We seem to have started a little bit early here. We're just 2 minutes out, so just gonna wait a little bit, so we'll have a few more people joining us shortly. Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, good morning, everyone. Let's begin. So we're now live. All right, welcome to today's webinar. My name is Emily Kobushel, and I'm a member of the editorial board. We're going to begin with a short video from BuildUp.
Welcome to BuildUp, the European Commission's portal for energy efficiency and renewable energy in buildings. Directly stemming from the Energy Performance of Buildings Directive, BuildUp is the meeting place for everyone involved in making the European building and construction sector more energy efficient. Every month we focus on a topic that is key to making Europe's buildings as energy efficient as possible. Exploring that, you can find the latest content such as expert talks, webinars, case studies and more. From architects and engineers to academics and policymakers, we've got you covered. BuildUp brings together thousands of registered members to reap the benefit of Europe's collective intelligence on all aspects of energy efficiency and renewable energy in buildings. The BuildUp portal benefits from the expertise of our ambassadors. Drawn from industry and academia, the ambassadors bridge the gap between EU and national level and help shape our editorial content. Want to promote your work? BuildUp disseminates your research, projects and events through a variety of channels. Become a member to exchange knowledge with your peers. You can disseminate tools and resources, share good practices, and consult open source publications. Join the discussion on social media and become part of the BuildUp community, or subscribe to our newsletter to receive the latest news. However you participate, the BuildUp portal is here to inspire, inform and connect. BuildUp, the European portal for energy efficiency and renewable energy in buildings. Join the community for opportunities and updates.
It's a pleasure for BuildUp to host today's webinar entitled A RISE e-learning platform on BIM and applied energy efficiency tools, which is a webinar for trainees. This is brought to you by the ARISE project, the Architects Council of Europe, and of course BuildUp as well. This webinar is designed for trainees who want to discover the ARISE e-learning platform and the free content offered. In this webinar today, a series of 6 articles on the digital transformation of the design and construction sector addressing the labor shortages, the new interface of upskilling training and benefits driven by digitalization in the sector will be presented by Arise partners. Before we begin, we do invite and encourage the audience to send us questions through the Slido function that can be answered during the Q&A session at the end, and how to do this will be explained shortly. If you have any technical questions or questions directed at BuildUp, please send them through the GoToWebinar question function. You will be able to find this webinar recording on the BuildUp portal and on our YouTube channel in the coming days, together with the presentation slides that are going to be used. So without further ado, we will move directly to our first speaker of today, Larissa De Rosa, Project Officer at the Architects Council of Europe and also a RISE project partner, who will begin by presenting today's agenda. Larissa, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Emily. Hi, hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to our RISE webinar. So today I will do a short interaction with you with the Slido, and then shortly Andrew will come to talk about digitalization in the built environment, a RISE approach. Andrew is a RISE partner, and he's the Curriculum Area Manager, Construction and the Built Environment at the Belfast Metropolitan College. Then we move on to, So we move on to how does a RISE e-learning platform work and which content is available in the platform. Ryan Dempson, a RISE partner and research at TU Dublin, he will tell us about the RISE e-learning platform. Then we move on to the RISE offers, and Ana Moreno, a RISE partner and also responsible for the international affairs at Building Smart Italy, EBNI. She will deliver this to us. And finally, please send us questions that we will be able to reply by the end of the session. So let's move on to the quick interaction session with Slido. So I invite you all to scan, use your mobile to scan this QR code, or if you are in a computer, please type it in slido.com. You will see a place with a hashtag, then you just type it in Arise Trainees, and you will have access to the questions I'm going to put now. So I will start the first question. So where are you now? Where are you? Which country are you? Or you can also say which city are you? So you just need to type it in and the answers will come. So Belgium, Rome, Belfast. Okay, I can see people are typing in, so I will, yeah, Italy, great, Dublin, great, welcome. Portugal, hello Portugal, Palermo, Dublin, Sedin, Porto, UK, Dublin. That's great. That's great. I think, yeah, we are going from north to south. That's really great. Porto, Sicily, Lisboa. Okay. So I would like Perugia, Stockholm. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Big welcome to Portugal. Olá, Portugal. Welcome, Italy, Dublin, and everyone here. So I will move to the next question quickly. Venice, hello. I'm moving now. So yeah, so we would like to know a bit about your background. So what type of organization are you coming from? Is it a private company? Is it a local authority? Are you an architect? Are you a training center? So who are you? Are you part of, are you working in an EU institution? Are you working in a university, in a building research center, in a think tank, in an NGO? Where are you coming from? Okay, local authorities is the majority. Architects, 25%. Okay, private companies, universities, training centers, great. That's really, really nice to see. Okay, this is going to be exciting because we will present our e-learning platform. So I hope it will be very useful for you, all the content and everything that we are providing there. Okay, so we have one more question as a warm-up. So I will jump straight to the other question. So how did you find about this webinar? Did you learn about it in the Build Up portal, through newsletters, through emails? How did you find about us? Let's see. People are typing social media. Great, thank you. Yes, social media. I forgot this one. Colleagues, Build Up portal. Okay, great, great. Build Up portal. Okay, this is really good feedback. Colleagues. Okay. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Colleagues from colleagues. Great. Social media. I was invited. Welcome. Emails. LinkedIn. Social media, LinkedIn, emails. That's absolutely great. Thank you very much for your feedback. So then I will, okay, work. Okay, people are still replying, but I will finish the session now and I will move to Andrew's presentation. Andrew, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks, Larissa. Good morning. My name is, or I said, it's Andrew Hamilton. I am speaking on behalf of my colleague Paul McCormick, who is the Arise project leader. Unfortunately, he is unable to join with us today, so I'll be delivering on his behalf. And really what I want to do is set a bit of the context of the Arise project. So for some of you, you may not have heard about it. Others, we hope you have heard. And we're going to sort of look at the main aspects. Just if I've got control. There we go. So there's three key phases as we see it within the project. And within those three phases, there are a couple of key questions that we have been asking over the course of the last year and a half as we have worked on our project. So the first aspect is raising awareness. Obviously, we're here today because we understand that the digital tools that are available through BIM workflows will help and assist the industry in addressing environmental concerns and energy efficiency and improving energy efficiency of the built environment. For some people, as the image indicates here, that is a closed road because one, they may not have those skills to lever the benefits of digitalization, or they may not believe that they are capable or can learn because of restrictions within perhaps their current working environment or personal commitments with family. How do they actually gain the upskilling or gain the tools that they need to ensure that we can get the most from digitalization within the sector? So basically in this section, what we've been looking at is how do we raise the awareness and the potential to deliver to both SMEs and more importantly, perhaps to individuals, to remove the barriers that are preventing them moving ahead and utilizing digital transformation within the built environment. Obviously, we're aware of labour shortages in certain areas within the industry, and how do we address those labour shortages and provide accessibility? But we're also conscious that for some people, that road and that barrier may be actually closed by their own concerns and fears. So what we are seeking to do with the Arise aspect is provide awareness with support. And I quite like this image here where you have one person helping the other up the bridge as such. So we're trying to take them from one side with no digitalization skills, no understanding of how we can use this to lever environmental and energy efficiencies and bring them across. So that's the first aspect, raising awareness. And what we're building as a team is building upon the work of several different European projects from various team members have been involved with in the last run of Horizon 2020. So we're thinking about raising awareness, but more importantly, we're actually considering that word of transformation. or change. Change can be a difficult word for us. Some of us don't like change. Some of us will embrace change. And as a sector, and I think as society seeks to grapple with the issues around climate change, the climate crisis, with looking at energy efficiency, and particularly if we look over the last year and a half, energy concerns in terms of reliability, availability, and transitioning to net zero and low carbon alternatives. How do we actually bring about the transformation in both the response to climate change, but also in terms of making sure that we have the skilled workforce to carry that out? So with this section of the project, what we have been looking at doing is the transformation, mapping out, enabling a pathway to transformation to make that change a little bit more easier to follow for those who are concerned, and for those who aren't concerned and ready to embrace the change, providing them a platform that will allow them to accelerate the transformation and the change within their own individual skills, but also the sector that they work within. So what does the future look like in terms of training and upskilling? We have come through a period over the last couple of years now following the COVID pandemic, and certainly working within education myself, we've seen how overnight our college became an online learning institution where basically because of restrictions we couldn't bring students on campus, but we had to continue to deliver our educational training. I'm very pleased as an institute that I'm involved with that we managed to maintain integrity of our timetables whilst we were delivering online. So we are learning a lot from that period, but what would it look like in the future? How would that, how is that going to play out, and what can we learn from our experiences during COVID? I remember one of our partners from Lisbon making the comment that working in this area for the last 10 years, it just took a global pandemic to actually accelerate it and see what it would look like. So for some of us, the change that we were nervous of came very quickly. But how can we deliver effective training that is primarily task and impact based in terms of the construction sector? Can we deliver it in a way that is just in time, perhaps for a particular critical task or aspect that the project team are working on? So to that end, within our transformation, we have been looking at our content. We have developed a framework as one of our work packages. We have various aspects there from BIM basics and getting the basic understanding of what do we mean by this digitalization, how do we support that transition, how do we utilize the transition from building information modeling, and then how do we actually apply that. And you'll see there that in terms of the learning outcomes, we're looking at understanding, supporting, using, and then implementing. And the framework is available on our website, and this gives you some aspects of the various roles and functions within each of those various sectors, from the basics to support utilization. And that in turn develops further into a range of specialisms and modules or bite-sized elements that we can address in terms of the individual learning, but also for the small SMEs wanting to bring their organizations and sections of their organizations forward. Sorry, just next, getting a bit of a lag here on this slide. There we go. Next stage, once we have figured out and we're lifting that barrier that's preventing us getting up that road, what will the journey look like in terms of our implementation? We recognize that all individuals will be coming at various stages in their careers. Companies will be coming at various stages in their own implementation journey for digitalization. And for some already during COVID, we've seen contractors and construction firms changing how they're sharing information, how they're interacting, and how they're collaborating. But not all are at the same place. So how do we implement this, and how do we develop a digital interface and the tools necessary to take them on that journey with us, that the barrier has been removed? So when should the built environment start the digital transformation process? We believe that should be yesterday, if not at least now, today. And what do they need to understand and achieve in terms of the sustainability benefits that they can derive as organizations as we seek to move towards those targets of net zero within each of our own jurisdictions? The ARISE platform, in terms of its implementation, seeks to bring about an option for people to step on or step off, recognizing the various points of their career and their educational experience to date, and also for those with no educational experience to bring them on board and allow them to gain the skills to have mobility of work and jobs and roles across the various sectors. Going back to our framework, you can see there that we have the specialism We have the tasks that contribute to that specialism as we have assessed them. Then you've got the subtasks that are the individual points of learning. And then from that, you can develop the need for task-based education within the platform that will allow users to address their own individual points of learning and concern. We've tried to do this in a way that captures gamification, and there's different goals and different tasks along the journey, so they can gain points, raise their profile, they can choose their own individual learning pathway within the framework that we have established, but they can also complete modules and earn digital certification, which at the same time is mapped to certain qualifications with each of the individual jurisdictions, and we're seeking to develop further mapping of that across a range of accredited qualifications within the digital construction aspects of learning. So that really is a very quick run through and synopsis of what we have been seeking to do. If you remember those 3 key phases, the first is that raising awareness. The fact that you're here today is you increasing your awareness, your understanding, and hopefully you'll find our presentation is supporting you in that. We are recognizing that by being here today, we know that we need to change, we know we need that transformation. So hopefully when Ryan picks up next, my colleague, he will indicate how we can do that transformation through the BIM, the Arise platform. And also then finally is that aspect of the implementation. We hope that you will implement with us, you will continue your journey, we will help you lift the barriers, and you will have progress in your digitalization and understanding of what BIM can do. So thank you very much for listening. Any questions, we'll take them at the end. I'm going to hand over now to my colleague, Ryan.
Thanks, Andrew. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, as Andrew said in the previous presentation, I'll be presenting the e-learning platform. So I'll be giving an overview on the Arise e-learning platform, how it works and what content is available on the platform. Sorry, I think there's just a little bit of a lag. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so first, I'd just like to invite everyone to scan the QR code, please, or else use the URL to log in. Yeah, just to view the platform, and if you wish to sign up as a trainee. When you go to the homepage of the platform, you'll see on the top bar there's the course list, trainee and trainer, and then within trainee, this is where you can log in or sign up. So initially it'll ask you about to log in. You can, if you haven't already created an account, you can create an account. And then within this, then we have all the register trainee and how to create a profile and all the information required for setting up a profile. Once this has been completed, you'll then gain access to the platform and the list of training modules and training plans that we have set up. So this is our current work in progress course list. So we have a series of modules which have been developed in parallel with the qualification framework, and also the training plans have a direct link to the tasks that were presented in the qualification framework. We also have collaboration with one of our sister projects in the BIM EPA, which is the NZ BIM focused on BIMZ project, is focused on NZ. So our course content is aimed at BIM, digitalization, and energy efficiency. So we're using a system of tagging and filtering for organizing all our training and modules. So if you're an architect, for example, you can search in the search bar for architect, and it'll filter down any courses that are relevant for your role, or likewise for project management, or if it's topic specific, whether it's energy efficiency, BIM management, BIM terms and definition, etc. And then within each module, there'll be the homepage before you enroll on the module. It'll give you a background on the module, the objectives, how long it takes, the amount of XP points, which module is worth, the stars, and also the digital badge associated with it. And again, the digital badges are associated with the qualification framework and the competencies set out in the units of learning outcomes. Once you enroll on a module, there's an automatic, some of the modules will have an automatic enrollment, others will have to be approved by a trainer. Likewise for the enroll on the training plan. And within the training plan, it'll give you a selection of what modules are included. So for this example, it's BIM basics. It includes BIM dimensions, overview of BIM benefits, and BIM terms and definitions. So again, just to focus on the training plan. So these are linked with the qualification framework, and we have 3 at the moment for the trial. So BIM basics, implemented BIM strategy, and BIM for energy efficiency. So taking on several micro modules can lead to more defined, complex, and complete training pathways with units, courses, and diplomas. So making use of the training plans, and within each training plan, you have a list of all the modules and a description. So several training plans can share common modules. So once a module is completed, either individually or standalone, it will be part of the training plan. It becomes bankable, able to be recognized and reusable for training plans when the time suits. On the RISE platform, we focus on deployment of different tools and teaching methods to cater different learning styles. So we have a range of videos, exercise and games, interactive modes, classroom sessions, role plays, audio visual aids, and group activities. And we aim to promote better learning experiences through this method. Just an example of what the actual material looks like. So this is an example of the short book lesson functionality on the platform. This is one method of presenting the material, which is focusing on the BIM terms and definitions, and then also the assessment, so using the quiz functionality. As Andrew had alluded to on the previous slides, previous presentation, the learning outcomes are based on the qualification framework, which focuses on 4 key BIM specialisms. So basic, support, utilization, and application. And within all of these, the energy efficiency competence is embedded into the content. So this has been the foundation of all the modules and all the training plans, as it comes from the qualification framework and has a direct link. And this is the same for the competencies and the assessment methods, the awarding of certification, digital badges. It all links back to the qualification framework. Yeah, so as you see, like the BIM basics, implement BIM strategy, and BIM digitalization tools for energy efficiency. These are all training plans on the platform, and in reference to the qualification framework, these are all tasks. So all of the training plans on the platform will be tasks on the platform, and then these are all linked into the specialisms as well. So within the modules itself, this is where the subtask comes in. So the modules are subtasks, training plans are tasks, and then these are all linked together on a macro training pathway for the specialisms. So for the BIM basics, an example of the learn outcomes. So to understand the context of and essentials of BIM, especially focus on what is BIM, what whom it involves, key terms and definitions within BIM, its context in the wider digitalization of the AEC industry, and BIM's role as an enabler for energy efficiency. So within this particular module, we have web-based lectures, instructor-led tutoring, scaffolding, and guided self-study. And the material can be presented in live lectures, recorded as narrative videos, short books to support presentation content, and multiple choice quiz for assessment. And similarly, for the overview of the main concepts related to the use of energy in buildings, we use adopt guided self-study, blended and online learning, course books, presentations, bibliography, and links. Users are supplied with links to external supporting resources to assist self-guided learning and for independent progress, assessment methods, and multiple choice quizzes. So this is, again, just an overview of the type of content we aim to produce and to put on the platform. And again, just if you could help Arise shape the future of the industry, be a part of our focus group and have influence for upskilling, option skills recognition, and make Arise even more relevant to you and help us to improve further. So if you could please use the QR code and have a look at the platform, and if there's any feedback, we'd love to hear it, and it'll help us develop the platform further. So, thanks for listening.
Okay, let's go to the next speakers. That's Anna Moreno.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I will try to give an overview of what Arise platform can be used, which are the targets of our platform. Just a moment, there doesn't say to move. Okay, now it works. We have, for instance, we think that the small enterprises can use our platform because there are so many specialists into when you want to really build a zero energy building. In this example, we have a 3D model of the building as it is. And through the standards, open standards, you can share the same information with people making the photovoltaic plant or the conditioning plant, or make some green wall, or develop the building envelope. And so everybody should know something about BIM and how to manage the cooperation with the other enterprises. It can be used by students because especially university students, but also secondary school, because usually what they get is a diploma that is as just a name on it. That doesn't appear what are the competencies you have. So through the platform, you can gain some cert coin, so you can enrich your curricula, and the curricula will be different from each other because different people have different competencies. Can be used by technology producers. Very often the producers of technology are far advanced than university or training curricula, and they do provide training, and they could use our platform to better disseminate this innovation, both for the designer and installers. Can be used by employers that want to increase the competencies of their own team. So they could choose among the within the platform what are the competencies and the tasks that people should perform, so that they can understand which course they should follow, and personalize the courses for each employee. And it can be used by trainers as an additional learning materials, so they can do the traditional lectures and integrates with some of the content of the platform. I think I missed the first one, so just let me go back a little because I think it's very important, because it's is for the public administration. We know that in many European countries, BIM became compulsory into the public tender. but not all the public bodies, especially the small municipalities, know what really means BIM and above all open BIM. So through the platform, they can learn what they need to know to write the right information requirements into the public procurement. I think that's all. I think I have covered all the different targets. Of course, there are many other possibility, but now I would like to ask you, what do you think is the most important target to be addressed by our technology? So please use Slido to comment your to provide with your output.
Anna, if I may jump in, so
Yes, sure.
Just to let you know, so this is in fact is a question that you need to rank. So for our e-learning platform, which of these targets do you think is more important? Do you think, yeah, technology producers will be benefit more of our e-learning platform? Is SMEs, is university students, is public administrations? So what do you think? So we would like a bit to hear from you now that you have learned about the e-learning platform and everything that it can offer. So what do you think about it? So we still have 3 participants doing okay. So Anna, I think it's public administration, SMEs, technology producers, and finally the university students. What do you think, Anna?
Well, I think really the key point is public administration, because we know that it's very difficult, especially for small municipalities, to do training, because very often they have only one part-time people working into these public tenders, so they do not have time to do anything. I don't know in other countries, but in Italy now it's compulsory up to 1 million of euro to ask in the public tender the use of open BIM, but very few of them don't know what it means. So I think that's an important target, and it's also very difficult to reach with normal training, because training usually is made for workers, for designers, but not for public administration.
Yes.
So
yes,
more or
training.
less what I thought.
Great. Training is highly required. So I would say now we will stay in Slido, because we will have a short Q&A session. Well, might be a long one. So we will run now the Q&A session. So stay in Slido, you will see you have a place where you can put your questions on it. So you just type the questions you want. You can also like the questions, meaning that if you have the same question, you like it, so then we read the questions first. It will be first replied to. So please feel free, again, join the Slido. You will have a Q&A session area. You can type it in your questions, and we will reply your questions now, okay? So first of all, I think I would like to call again Ryan. Please, Ryan, if you could come in, because I will ask you the question. So, okay. So, do I have any certificate after I complete a module?
Yeah, there would be certs after completing module, but also the with the Arise project, we aim to introduce digital badges and an open badge factory. The open badges would be linked to a blockchain solution, so all of the recognition and certification will be hosted on the blockchain.
Okay, so the idea is to have a badge. So as soon as I finish, I complete the module, I do the tasks that I need to do, I'm approved, so then I will receive a badge.
Exactly, yeah. And that would within that badge, it would contain the competencies as referenced in the unit of learning outcomes from the qualification framework.
Okay, so the badge will tell my employer or whoever I want to show this badge what competences I got by doing the module.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
I think it's fair to say, sorry, Larissa, it's Andrew here, just the idea of a certificate is something perhaps that we're used to in terms of the traditional way of learning, where you complete a number of modules or units and you therefore gain the accreditation of a certificate or an award. The bite size and the badges, as Ryan has indicated there, those will build to what effectively could be used as accreditation of prior learning for a certificate or another award within an accredited body. So it's not necessarily the traditional certificate piece of paper, and that's part of the change and the transformation that we're trying to bring about here, that it's recognizing the specific skills and tasks within the framework that the learners or the individuals will need to complete certain roles within the sector.
okay, great. Thank you for clarifying that. So it's not a certificate, a paper one, but it's rather a digital badge connected to the competences. Okay, I think it's clear. So I will move on to the next one. So how long takes me to complete the module? A module, I guess. Yes.
That depends on the actual module itself. We aim to try keep the learning for micro learnings at 15-minute in micro learnings, but depending on the module itself, there could be multiple micro learnings within that. So it depends on the specific module, and the contents will dictate how long the module is. But we aim to keep it as short as possible.
Okay, so the modules, they are very short. It's really 15 minutes. I mean, you said depending on, but let's say an average of 15 minutes. So it's quite a quick learning, let's say.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the idea, sorry, Ryan, I was just going to the idea again is that in terms of this bite-sized learning, that the sections are something that could be delivered, for example, as part of a toolbox talk, maybe a site induction in the morning or something, or it could be someone on a lunch break taking half an hour during a lunch break or at the end of a day. So the plan is to try to transform this idea of a long, drawn-out course process, so short bite sizes.
Okay, great. I think it's good. So I will move to the next question. And can I take the module for free? Is it free, the content?
Yeah, it is. At the minute, it is free. All the content's up there. We have it's free to enroll, and we'll be rolling out more content as the project progresses as well.
Okay, so for now it's free. So then I think there is a question for municipalities, perhaps, Anna.
Yes. Okay, maybe I can answer that. I think that right now the European Commission through DG GROW is trying to reach every municipality in Europe with an awareness campaign to understand that they need a strategy for implementing digitalization. So the main point now is digitalizing the e-permit. So how to digitalize the permission for the construction. And that is already a big issue. Then municipalities are very often owners of buildings. So then maybe they need also some training on how to use the BIM model to manage their properties, their assets. So, but right now, I think that the main point is going to the digitalization of the permission.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it's very important to have the building permit, the authorization to construct, to build, digitalize, and then having training for. Yeah.
Because if the designer do a nice BIM building, but then they cannot read the municipalities cannot read the 3D and comment on the 3D model, that's really something useless.
Yes, sure. So this is the next step. Yeah. Exciting, at least for me. Let's go for the next question. If I have a question about a module content, can I talk to a trainer? How is this right now?
Yeah, that would be once, depending on the module. If it's a trainer-led module, in that scenario, we'd have access to trainees will have access to the trainer.
Okay, the trainees will have access to trainers. Okay, okay, I think this question is replied. So then we move on to how can you integrate BIM with energy efficiency BIM? It's not best known for dynamic energy simulation. Sorry, so there is a dot there. So how can you integrate BIM with energy? BIM is not best known for.
Someone more expert than me, but what I can say that BIM, I think that the question here is not written in the right way, because BIM is a tool to better analyze the energy efficiency of a building. Then there are simulation energy software simulation, but this software for energy simulation only now they can be connected with the BIM model. Up to now they were working by themselves. So the effort now from Building Smart International community is to make open the dialogue between the energy simulation software and the BIM model. So then you can use a dynamic software or whatever, but what is important that you don't need to manually input the energy simulator with the geometrical data coming from a BIM model. I don't know if someone can add something else, but as far as I know. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Anna. Ryan, do you want to add, or should I move to the next one?
No, I think we can move on.
Okay, great. So then we go. So are the modules and training open to all, regardless of previous qualifications or disciplines?
Yeah, so that's the idea of having the BIM specialism. So if you're already qualified in all the BIM basics, you can filter to modules and training plans that are more suitable or perhaps more advanced to what your learning needs are. So we try to keep BIM basics as a foundation level, and then it develops into application support and then utilization as well.
Okay, so
yes, it's open to everyone.
Everyone, so it's really about the learner's willingness to learn, right?
Yes, exactly.
If it's a topic, the learner can just apply for it and have the module, right? Okay, so well, we are coming to a final question, but I would say we have still a few minutes. So if you still have any questions, please go to slido.com and add the questions. So I guess a final question. So what else I will get besides, well, as we clarify, it's not a certificate, it's a digital badge. Is there anything else that the learner will get?
At the minute, the digital badges, I think we covered that the digital badges that will be rewarded at the end of the learning. That's it.
I will say that the main output is the knowledge. So people should consider that it's the knowledge more than any piece of paper or any certificate, because it's what they will use in their everyday life. And especially if you go to a private company, they want to know what you are able to do more than how many certificates you get.
Yes, sure. So that you have the competence. So this is the priority, right? I guess. Yes. So I think this was our final question. So we are really ahead of schedule. We are 10 minutes earlier. I guess our session, question and answer, I think is finished. So I don't know, Emily, if you would like to add a few words, or anyone, if any speakers would like to add final words to this webinar.
We usually go over time as opposed to under, but that's all right. It's not a problem if we've shared all the information we want. If the speakers have any, if they have any final comments, something else they'd like to add, we invite you to do so now.
May I say something? I really would like to have the support of European Commission to make this platform to be accepted at European level, because we really need something that homogenize the way we can certify our competencies in all Europe, because there are different initiatives, like for university there was the Bologna Agreement, but still the degree that you take in Sicily will not be probably used in Sweden, because they have the different climate. So the civil engineer in one region cannot be employed straightforward in other countries, because they have different rules, different legislation. So this platform allows to have all the competencies that are needed in any field. So it is, but it's important that everybody use it. Otherwise, again, this will be just another way how to certify competencies, and it will be difficult to have a real mobility of workers and professionals within Europe.
Yeah, that's very ambitious. Yes, I hope that this dream come true. So we just received a final question. Is there any possibility for ARISE to present a BIM study case? Do we have a study case in the content, Ryan? Do you?
Yeah, we can provide case studies as one of our methodologies and delivery tools.
Yes. So it's part of the content, perhaps.
Yeah, we from the content we have at the minute, we don't have case studies, but we can. The content and the materials are still in development for the rest of for the remainder of the project, so we can always add case studies into that as well.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I guess my final comment is, please access our Arise e-learning platform. It's there. The content is for free. The content is on BIM and energy efficiency. So go there, use it, talk to us. If you have any comments, interact with the team. We want to improve the platform for you. So please, go for it. And we will have a second webinar as well on the 21st of February, the same time. This webinar will be for trainers. So how trainers can use the platform and perhaps put content in the platform. So please join us for our second webinar. So for now, thank you very much. Thank you for all the speakers. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you. Thanks, Larissa. Thanks to everyone. So yeah, I think we'll round off there. Yeah, of course, thank you to the audience for joining us today, and also for your interesting questions. We always appreciate those. Otherwise, a reminder, of course, that the session has been recorded, or is being recorded still. So we will put that up on the Build Up portal in just a few days, along with a short summary and, of course, the presentation slides as well. Otherwise, Build Up has a number of webinars in the pipeline for February and March. And as Larissa mentioned, another one from the RISE project coming soon. So keep an eye on the Build Up calendar of events and social media, and of course on the RISE website and social media as well for updates on that website and for other ones in the pipeline. So otherwise, we thank you again. And this material, of course, was brought to you by the RISE partners, who we see here. And I think I actually received one final question, which was, does RISE have any contact email or phone number from one of our audience members? So I don't know if, Larissa, is there on the website, I'm sure there's a contact email, or if there's a specific one you wanted to share with me. Oh, I think you're still muted.
On the website, we do have a form that you can fill in to contact the members, and otherwise we have fill in the form. We can contact you. We contact you back. So on the web RISE website, I don't know by heart, but I assume it's RISE. Maybe you can. I will add to the chat box in Slido. Yeah, I will add to the chat box in Slido. Moment. Okay. This is a RISE website, and I will add also a RISE platform. Perfect. Okay, great. This project and a RISE platform. All right, excellent. Thank you for that, Larissa. Okay, so still a couple minutes early, but that's all right. Thank you all again, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Wish you all a pleasant day. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks. See you.
Thank you. Goodbye.